Let's build another tiny cottage to go in my senior community. So we're back, and today this house is actually inspired by a pillow that I bought at an estate sale. And I thought it was really cute because in the reference, I'll insert it right here, but there's a bunch of like little flowers and it's like weaving through the fence. And there's like a red door, green windows, so it kind of looks like mismatched and like old-timey, but I really love it. So I really wanted to recreate it today in The Sims. So of course, in the last video, I built a house for Miss Cherry Love, and this is for her best friend, Barbara. And Barbara, she loves her plants. You will see with the landscaping, she loves her flowers, she loves her weeds. There's actually a terrain paint that's called Weeds or Flowers Too, and I believe that that is Miss Barbara's mantra in life, is that weeds are flowers too. But I just played around a bit with this siding part. I couldn't decide if I wanted a column, but the column didn't look right with it only being on one side, so I just stuck to these corbels that matched the roof. So I went with like a bluish green colored roof. That's the only blue roof we had. All of the other blue swatches looked black to me, so I don't know. And then I added like a cream colored siding, some green foundation, of course, the green windows, the red door, the chimney, and now I'm going along and placing the nice birch colored fence. And I assume this is like a nice community, pretty safe. They all know each other, they've all lived here for years, and there's no fear with things getting broken into and stuff. But I just went really simple with this house, like the exterior, but I still think it looks really nice and very charming, especially after I spent hours placing flowers. But my technique with the flowers was I used a bunch of the orange ones and I sized some of them up and I sized some of them down and I just used the 9 key to raise them up just to make it look like the picture where they're like weaving through the fence a little bit. It looks really weird right now, but in the end, man, when I tell you you got to trust the process on this one, you really do. But I'm just gonna zoom through this landscaping section and I'll meet y'all on the inside. Moving inside, I just deleted all the walls except for that two-part section right in front of the door, and then I added a 3x2 bathroom right in front of the window on the left. And I originally wanted to go for like an orange colored theme inside, but with the door in there being red, I kind of wanted to go for like more of an old school, like moody red vibe. And with the bathroom, I used this raw sink and like this matching beige colored shower. And I think it looked really nice with the blue wallpaper and the blue blinds. Even though it doesn't match the rest of the house, I feel like, old houses don't always match. So we're keeping it. And then these beautiful, beautiful chevron floors. I had to add those. But in the end, I feel like it came out very cozy. Like, I would love to live here. It took me forever to find the right wallpaper because I wanted to have like I want it to have like the paneling and I want it to look old and floral, but we don't have much of that in the base game. So I just ended up going with a white one with a simple brown trim on it. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do for much of the rest of the layout. Like, I know I want there to be a bed right next to the bathroom, and I knew I wanted a window in the kitchen somewhere. So I ended up rearranging it quite a few times in here. But I wanted it to kind of be a small kitchen because my grandmother doesn't never cooked. She would have a hungry man meal and a cup of coffee. I don't know how she was living and breathing. And it took me a couple tries with the window above the sink, but I ended up using this nice bay window. And I don't know if you can put plants in it or not. Maybe if somebody knows how to put plants in the windowsill of this, let me know. And I would be forever grateful. But I just kept it very minimal clutter in the kitchen because I know my grandmother ain't cooking. So I doubt the people living in this senior community ever cook. Maybe they just wait for the Schwann's truck to come. I still put in a dining room table over there anyways. I think it looks nice. But my favorite part was I was able to fit a fireplace right in this little middle wall. So you can stay warm and toasty while you're eating dinner or while you're cooking dinner. And I just think it was a really nice touch. And I thought I would have enough room in there to put like a some two chairs and then another little couch on the side, but you'll see how I change that around later. But over in this corner, I was able to fit in the bed, a nice double bed. And as sad as it is, I was envisioning Miss Barbara being newly single. Maybe her husband died recently, and now she lives here all alone. All she has is her next door neighbor, Miss Cherry Love, to keep her company. And I actually built Miss Cherry Love's house in the previous video, but that is Miss Barbara's best friend right there. They hang out all the time. Miss Barbara's new boy toy cooks for them on the grill. And they just really fuck around together. It's great. And just throwing the living room together, I was able to fit in those two chairs. And at the end, I actually do end up moving the couch and the rug back just a little bit because I was scared that it was going to catch on fire. I would hate for all my hard work to catch on fire, so. And at the end, I actually do end up creating Barbara and create a sim, and I do a nice little play test with her, make sure it all works, and it's all functional. I know it's tiny. It's tiny, but it works. So make sure you stick around to the end if you're interested in seeing how Miss Barbara comes out. But I just added a nice little TV above the fireplace. I know it's a faux pas. Her neck is already broken, so why does it matter if she breaks it more? I just went ahead and started adding some curtains. I did some closed. I left some of them like half curtains. I think that was a nice touch. Just letting some of that natural light in, but still keeping the nosy neighbors from looking in out front. And I was searching and searching for a green door that was the same shade, but I couldn't find one. But it's okay. That window in the kitchen isn't the same shade of green. We're just gonna ignore it. Now I'm just throwing around some of the clutter that I want to be in here. I just want there to be a lot of plants, a lot of books, because old people, they don't really have that much. Most of the stuff they have is just decor. And on this cute little nightstand, I added, of course, a lamp. And later, I ended up adding like a little lamb statue and a little pig statue. Because when I was younger, my grandmother didn't have cable. So to have fun, she took like this little metal zebra thing that she had. It was like a little knickknack, and she would just hide it in plain sight, like on a shelf or something. And we would play hide the zebra, and then we would just look around for like 30 minutes trying to find this zebra, and it was just right in front of us on a shelf. So that's kind of the inspiration I was going for with that. Maybe when the neighborhood kids come over, her grandkids, they play hide the pig. But now I just moved back outside. I wanted to add some more detailing around, add some more plants, because I want there to be flowers and plants all along the fence line. So I'm just going to speed up a bit and let y'all sit there and watch me do that. Now I'm just adding a couple more knickknacks around the yard. I found a bunch of these garden gnomes, and one of them was riding this really cute flamingo. And I ended up adding a few more flamingos throughout the yard. Maybe when her grandkids come over, they like to find the gnomes. She likes to move them around from place to place. And then I added this cute little table over here so that when her man likes to come over and grill for her, they can have somewhere to eat outside, enjoy the birds and the bees. And I just added everything, all of the pink and red sculptures that I could find to put out here, I put out here. So you'll see me put up a bunch of these like potted plants. I put up the red wagon over in the corner. And I think the splashes of red really make the door make sense. And then I added a few more red flowers about too, just to make the orange pop out. And you'll see me weave that across the entire fence line. And then I just went around with some more grass and some more flowers to make it look a little more overgrown. And I used the terrain manipulation tool to lift up kind of around the trees to look like there's like dirt, like a mound of dirt growing around them, maybe. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish up this landscaping, and here in a minute, you're gonna see me build Miss Barbara herself. Bachelorette number two is a fun loving lady with a silver afro and a heart full of stories. She's a lover of vintage treasures, nostalgic memories, and all things retro. When she's not reminiscing about her wild adventures, she's looking for someone to help her match up her keepsakes and unlock hidden memories. Introducing Barbara! Now step right up and behold the most magical cottage you've ever laid your eyes on. Nestled in a sea of vibrant, colorful flowers that seem to bloom with a life of their own, this little gem is the epitome of charm. Picture this. The air is fresh, the sun shines just a little bit brighter here, and you feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale every time you step outside. Inside, the magic continues. As you step through the door, you're greeted by stunning chevron hardwood floors that stretch throughout the space, bringing warmth and elegance to every room. With a seamless flow from room to room, this cottage is truly a masterpiece of cozy luxury. The real showstopper, the living area, boasts a grand stone fireplace that invites you to relax and unwind, adding a touch of rustic charm to the modern comfort. Just imagine sipping your morning coffee while soaking in this beauty. Now let's step into the backyard, your own personal paradise. Open the door to a world of serenity as you enter the lush, expansive backyard. With plenty of space to entertain or just relax. Whether you're enjoying a quiet evening by the garden or soaking in the beauty of your surroundings. Miss Barbara's Cottage. Download today.